Hello and welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton.
I'm Charlie Neff.
And today, the case against Diddy keeps getting bigger and more shocking.
Yes, there is allegedly a 9-year-old boy who claims he was abused sexually by Diddy. And Diddy's got a lot on his plate. 120 people have come forward and hired this attorney to represent them in a case against him.
Crazy. We'll talk about Taylor Swift's famous smashed guitar. It was bought at auction. Now it's on eBay. We'll tell you more details about this guitar.
It's almost at $4,000 right now.
It's almost at $4 for the smashed one.
Yep.
Unreal. Daniel Day-Lewis is back. He's ending his 7 years long retirement for a very special project. And finally, we'll talk about Frankie Valli. Remember him?
Yeah.
He's
kinda.
90. He's 90. And he's up on stage doing his thing. And people are saying it's elder abuse.
Aw,
Poor thing.
that's sad.
To begin with, though, there was a shocking news conference yesterday where this Texas attorney, Tony Buzbee, basically said he's representing 120 people who have allegations against Diddy. And one of the claims that he specifically went into was that of a 9-year-old boy
Yep.
who was allegedly wooed by Diddy on, maybe you're going to get a record deal or
Yeah.
something like that. And he went to like a party and
He went to the Bad Boy Records.
Bad Boy Records party and was,
I don't think it was a party. It was the studio in New York City.
okay, there you go. It was a studio, which
Yep.
is or even like
Weirder,
almost
because you're
weirder.
really if the allegations are true, you're drawing in somebody to a record studio where they think they're going to get this record deal or whatever. And according to Tony Buzbee, this 9-year-old was sexually abused there.
This is like, I mean, it doesn't matter either way, but this is a place of business that a young, kid wanting to be a star would go because, oh, maybe I'm going to lay some tracks down or do
Right.
something.
It was an audition with the promise of a record deal.
And for that to happen in that instant, I mean, but there are, as I say, over 100 other accusers. More of them are children, says this Tony Buzbee. Other ones are underage, by a few
There's
years.
this one accuser who was 15 years old. They say that they were flown out to New York City to attend a party where they were allegedly drugged and taken into a private room with Diddy. There was also somebody that claims that they were forced to perform oral sex on Diddy. And there was also an underage woman girl who claims that Diddy had sexually assaulted her, and then other people had their way with her as well.
So, I mean, this feels like it's just getting started.
It's piling on and on and on.
And Tony Buzbee says that, these claims will all be filed individually over the course of the next month or so. And what I found really interesting in the clip is him talking about that there are other people, other celebrities involved in this whole scheme. He said there are names that will shock you.
Yep.
So obviously the internet's going crazy trying to speculate, and like we won't
Well, you
speculate,
can-
but my God, this is going to be like
Insane.
Hollywood is going to have a reckoning now potentially if you were at a Diddy party or even at his record studio.
I mean, there's photos of every major celebrity at a Diddy party posing with Diddy. I mean, we've done so many on our website, like everyone, and you can see who was consistently at the party. But there are celebrities that have posted publicly saying, like, I was at all these parties. I never saw any of these allegations. But I mean, I think these are like the backdoor parties. These are the freak offs, right? These aren't they're not going to publicly, I mean, I would think they're not going to publicly sexually assault underage kids.
Who knows?
Right.
Honestly.
It's opening a can of worms for sure.
Because this lawyer said that they're coming for everybody who encouraged something to happen, who watched something happen, who engaged in the activity. He said that there are so many people who are gonna,
Be wrapped up in this.
be wrapped up on this that we've got no idea. And yeah, this thing is just gonna unwind. And I wonder whose name we're gonna hear and what's just gonna happen to Hollywood.
Right. I mean, it has to be like their names are going to get dragged in if they also participated in illegal activities. Look, having consensual sex, that is not illegal, right? Having orgies, that's not illegal. However, having sex with a minor, that is illegal. And, any kind of abuse, that is illegal.
Thank you for
Unconsensual sex.
Thank you for clearing that up, legal
So,
Charlie.
yes, just want to make it clear, just because a celebrity maybe participated in some sexual activities doesn't necessarily mean they're guilty.
True. But I bet there's like a few like nervous people who know
Oh,
that
absolutely.
maybe they got up to something, or they were at that part. I don't know. But I just think this is going to be like the biggest case of like the decade. Like,
Right.
It's going to be insane.
Woo.
Okay, on to our next story. Taylor Swift. She has been in the news the last few days because of an auction that took place where some of her memorabilia was broken.
Yes. So basically, there was this guitar that was auctioned off that they claim was signed. There's some dispute as to if the guitar was actually signed by her or not. But so this company claimed that they did have a signed guitar. This man bought the guitar at the auction for only $4,000, which kind of is a little fishy. A Taylor Swift signed guitar for only $4,000. But when he got up on stage, they gave him a hammer. He started smashing it. People took it as like a political kind of event, right? Politically charged action. Well, that guitar is now on eBay. We broke the story last night that they had listed, the man that bought it, listed it on eBay. The money is going to be going to a charity, a children's charity. Remember, he bought it for $4,000. It's already at $4,000 in bids
He made
online.
his money back.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess it's all going to charity. So
It's going to charity, so he's not getting his money back.
Well, I mean, all's well that ends well. I mean, if the charity's doubling up now, then great.
It's a little strange because there was some dispute because we had heard sources around Taylor's merchandise company.
The sources around Taylor's. So, like, just someone who packs boxes or like
someone familiar with her memorabilia.
Okay.
Says that she never signed this guitar. And it's not an official Taylor Swift guitar.
Oh, so the dispute over if it's a real signature or not,
right?
Lends to how much money it should be. Shouldn't eBay like verify whether it's real or not? Otherwise, they take it down because it's like
I don't know if they have an authentication process
maybe
on
not,
eBay.
maybe
I know they
not.
do on Poshmark, but so they've listed it saying that it is a Taylor Swift signed guitar, and you see the signature
but it
on
could
there.
be a photo of her signature, is what
Yeah,
or a forgery.
But they also had a certificate of
Authenticity.
Yes. And we got a photo of that. It has like grease stains on it. It looks like anybody just like typed it up,
Right.
put like nice like cursive font and just typed it up. It doesn't look super official. And we've seen many, auction type letter of authenticities. And they usually have like an official seal or something that's a little bit more official. This does not. It looks like you and I could have just typed it up in the back right now.
I mean, regardless of if it's a real signature or not, like
Yeah,
this
that's
is like
kind
this is
of.
a famous guitar now. Like now, this is a viral
Yeah,
guitar.
totally.
You put the smash guitar in like a shadow box at your house. You say, "You remember in 2024 when?" This guy? I mean, it's not a. I like this story. It's been a funny little story to follow.
If you are a Swiftie, do you bid on the guitar to maybe save the day? Like get it back and be like, Swifties win, and then like give it to Taylor?
Or if you're Taylor's people, you buy it and then she plays it on stage at the first show back after her break.
Oh my
on the
gosh.
Eras
It
tour.
is still intact too, even though they smashed it.
Let's
It's just
do
got a
it.
couple holes.
All right, watch your space with the guitar. On to our next story. Daniel Day-Lewis, one of, if not the most winningest Hollywood actor, who's won like 3 Best Actors for Oscars. Here he had a shock retirement, retired for 7 years, living off in Ireland, apparently.
Living the dream.
Well, now he's back. He's back for a film directed by his son, Ronan. The movie's called Anemone, yes. And it's Ronan's directorial debut. It's going to star his father, and Daniel also helped write it. So it's crazy that one of, if not the biggest actor of our time, one of the greats, is now coming back for a little indie.
Yeah, for
with his
his son, though. Right? Like, that's the nepotism, right? It's like what do you call it? The nepotiz.
The nepotism.
That's like the kid being like, Dad, come on. Like, the son's pulling the strings
Yeah,
here.
you got it.
If it wasn't his son, do you think he would have done it?
Absolutely not.
No way. No way. So, I mean, it's just like parent privilege.
It's lucky for the son now because everyone's going to watch this anemone and he's going to be a big director. It must be
Totally.
hard though for Daniel because he's this legendary actor and he's going to have to be directed around by his very inexperienced son.
Yeah, right. I'm sure he's gonna direct himself at a point. I mean, you kind of always have that, right? Where maybe there's someone above you that you feel like, why are they promoted? They're not worthy of being above me.
I know you feel that, Charlie. I've heard
And then
whispers about you, actually, about your insubordination.
I'm my own boss.
Yeah.
You're your own boss too.
I am my own boss.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, thank you. Hey, Wild's kind of his own boss.
Wild,
Our
you're your own
producer's his
boss? Hey, no one's bossing us around.
No one's bossing us around.
Yeah, no.
What else was I going to say on this? I was going to ask, you think this comeback will last or this will be just a one and done?
One and done. One
Okay.
and done.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go.
You know who we need to bring back from the 90s? Who's
Spice Girls.
Well, yes, abso-freaking-lutely.
I knew
But
you'd
no,
say that.
no, actor-wise, who was the guy that was in Home Alone? Or not Home Alone, I'm sorry. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Rick Moranis.
Oh, Rick Moranis.
He needs to come back.
I like
I
that.
miss him. He remember he did all those 90s movies that were iconic. And then he disappeared because he had a family and focused on his family.
Good on him.
Your family's grown now, Rick Moranis. Get
Yes.
back into acting.
Those kids ain't shrunk anymore.
No,
All right?
no,
Those kids are
no.
adults.
Right.
All right. On to our final almost news story. Frankie Valli, who's
Yep.
at 90, he's having to reply to trolls who say that it's elder abuse, that he's on stage. He's, to be honest, looking at the videos of him on stage, he's not that sprightly. He's not moving all that well. He looks a bit stunned in the spotlight.
Aww.
You can't really hear him sing. It's backing vocals mostly.
Oh, no.
But having said that, let the man do his thing. He's saying it's not elder abuse. I love doing it.
Why are they saying it's elder abuse? The family's forcing him out there, get more coins for us.
Yes.
That's what they're saying?
I guess.
I mean, when you're an artist, I think that's what you enjoy doing, right? This is probably therapeutic for him. Look, is it hard to watch? Yeah. I mean, did you see the photos and videos of Jimmy Carter yesterday celebrating his 100th birthday?
Yeah.
I felt like that was a little hard to look at.
Right.
But it's always, a little hard to see people not in their prime, but that is also part of life. And if he enjoys singing and he wants to sing, let the guy sing.
Let him sing.
Let him sing.
I actually
Justice for Frankie.
I interviewed the last remaining original Temptations yesterday.
Oh, that's cool.
Otis Williams.
Yeah.
He's 83.
Wow.
And is it Redding? I think it's Otis Williams.
Oh,
I interviewed-
Charlie, you don't even know who you interviewed.
I interviewed one
Maybe
of
you do need a boss.
I interviewed the last surviving original Temptation yesterday, Otis Redding, and he basically said that what people are saying about Frankie is wrong, that he's 83 himself and he still thinks he's got years left in him, and this is their purpose.
Yes.
Right? This is what
Exactly.
they've done their whole life. They're not going to stop now to sit in a recliner and
Right.
die. They're just
Right.
going to get out there and do their thing.
Yeah, and I think when you're 75 and above, you can't go travel. You can't really quote live your life the way that people think you should. People would say go on a yacht, go to Italy, but you can't, right? Physically, it's hard on your body to even get up in the morning.
It's hard on me to get up in the morning, let alone, a 90-year-old.
Yes, exactly. So if this is something that doesn't take a whole lot of effort and energy and makes them happy, let them do it.
Let them do it. Okay, Charlie, hit us with Today in History.
Yes, today in history, today is National Name Your Car Day.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Have you named your car?
No, I haven't, and no, I will not.
Really? When it's breaking down on the side of the road, you don't give a little kick or push and you're like, come on, old Betsy, let's get going. None of that?
I don't name inanimate objects.
You're anti-car and anti-fun, I noticed, because remember you had the whole beef with people putting the reindeer nose and antlers
Oh,
on cars.
Don't get me started. It's nearly Christmas
I do that.
time.
Yep, I'm gonna do that this
Oh,
year. It's so cute.
No, it's not. Your car's not a reindeer. You're not fooling anyone. It's just like lame.
That's
No.
anti-fun. Are you into like bumper stickers or license plate frames? Oh my God, boring.
Anything else today?
By the way, my car's name is Snowflake. This day in 1950, the first Peanuts comic strip was printed, and it featured Charlie Brown, Shermie, and Patty.
Okay.
Are you into that?
Nah.
Did people say like, "Oh, Charlie Brown"? Did they like joke like with your name?
Do they do it with yours too? Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, they
sometimes.
would, but like, I never got like teased for my name.
It's a good name. Charlie's a solid name.
It's a great name
Yeah.
for a girl. This day in 1965. Gatorade first tested in a college football game.
That one needn't be in the list.
Wait, why?
Gatorade tested their product
Wait, hold
in
on.
today in history?
It is iconic because now they like spill the Gatorade on the coach and like Gatorade blew up. This was genius. Whoever thought of this, genius.
Okay, yeah, sports drink being used in sports matches. All right, genius.
Well, they made it a sports drink. It's not really a sports drink. They're like, oh, electrolytes. Is it really? It's a sugary drink.
Okay, okay. Here's the next ones.
Basically a soda. This day in 1992, The Mighty Ducks was released. What?
There's so many facts. There's so many
the usual amount.
All right.
This day in 1992, did you hear what I said?
Mighty Ducks?
Yeah, Mighty Ducks was released.
Wow.
We just did a story over the weekend or yesterday that Shaun Weiss, one of the main characters, was out playing hockey for like the first time in 20 years or however long it's been.
Wow, incredible.
I know. Love that movie.
Yeah.
Birthdays today, Kelly Ripa, Donna Karan. Do you know who that is?
Donna Karan?
Yep.
No.
Oh, fashion. Mahatma Gandhi.
Do you know who that is?
Religious, spiritual figure.
Yeah.
I want to be sensitive. Religious figure that is no longer with us. R.I.P.
Right,
Is that
okay.
not right? Is
Yeah.
it Hinduism?
Yeah, you're on the long right
Is it
line.
Hinduism or Buddhism?
You know.
You don't even know either. How can you criticize me? You don't know.
Fair enough.
Annie Leibovitz, the famous photographer, and Sting.
Sting.
Very
good. Okay, Charlie. Thank you.
Okay, Charlie. Thank you.
And we'll see you guys here tomorrow.
Bye.